Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 170 of Why Did I Buy This? This series is here for you to kind of help you figure out ways to use the products that you might have in your collection. It's also a great series if you're looking for the things that you want to add to your collection to get the most out of your craft supplies. My name is Lindsay Mann. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 21 years. I love crafting and I really love getting to share what I'm working on with you. I love techniques, and so today you're going to get to see a few different things in action. Of course, as you're tuning in, make sure you say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay on this, you can let us know that too. It's always great to be able to craft along with me. So another thing you can do is share this video with your friends. And of course, one of the ways you can help support this free video series is if you live in Canada, to place a craft order through my online store. In the month of July, we have a really special offer. There are something called bonus days until July 31st. So for every $60 Canadian order that you buy, you are going to receive a $6 coupon back that you'll be able to shop with in August. There is no limit to how many coupons you can earn. And you can either break up the coupon usage over the month of August, or you can put it all together in one big order. So now is a really great time to be able to place an order and get money back to be able to shop with in the future. Haha, so helpful. Okay, I'm gonna do the awkward transition with my hands, and then we're gonna get started, and I'll show you the projects that we're working on today. Okay. All right. So one of the things that's super exciting about this month is that we have had a number of online exclusives released from onto our online store. And so I'm going to be showing you another round of them. Last week I also showed you some online exclusives. So I have some new ones to share with you. Very, very cute. So the first one is a bundle that is called Iconic Imagery. It is great because it has something for all of the seasons, as well as the greetings to coordinate. And then the dies both cut out the images as well as have some labels included, which makes it a really good all-around bundle. The paper is fun because it is sort of traditional colors, but a little bit different. So instead of having just red and green, we've got boho blue and misty moonlight worked into there. We have some Cajun craze, we have some pecan pie, moody mauve, which is kind of fun. And then when you flip it over, you can see some of those more bold designs. So lots of fun to work with in these 6x6 designer series paper sheets. Now, I wanted to share with you a fancy fold. I know you guys love the fancy fold. So here you're going to see the paper size as well as the scoring instructions to be able to make this fancy fold. So now's a good time to either grab a screenshot or grab a pen and write this down. The paper size is 8 inches, so you've cut off a 1/2 inch by 5.5 inches, and you're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, and 5 inches. Okay, so this is going to fold like this, and we get this little pop-up card that looks like that. So really, really simple. The other component to this one is a sheet that is 3 1/4 by 8.5. And so for this one, you're just going to fold it in half like that. All right, so now we're going to add it to our card. We're going to make sort of a tent fold. So I'm going to add my adhesive to the back here. So this one is just going to fold kind of put it into the center. And then we're going to stick that down here. So same thing, just add our adhesive and then line it up and stick it down. So now you have that look. It's really simple. So with the 6x6 Iconic Imagery paper, I've taken a sheet and I've cut it at the 3 inch mark. And then this is going to be 4 inches by 3 inches. And we're going to stick the stars on the front. So that one we will adhere just like that. And then this one is from the same sheet of paper, but we've cut it to 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this is actually going to slide in like that. So we'll add a little bit of adhesive to the other side. Come on, I gotta just advance my adhesive there. Okay, like so. Okay. So now we have the little confetti background. Now I've already pre-die cut this little label, and there's this beautiful scripty Celebrate included in that stamp set. So with my black, I will ink up Celebrate and then stamp it. It's perfectly sized for that label. And this will get stuck on to here. Now I'm going to skip ahead because the rest is just the decorating part of it. So let me show you what the finished card looks like. So here we have it. So I've added these little, they are 2-step stamped candles, and then these little confetti pieces are also from that same die set. And the Let's Celebrate You, these banner dies are also included with that. And so this is more of a birthday card, and then you're going to stick it like that. I would recommend writing on this part of the card, and this will fit into a standard size envelope. So it is a very cute and easy way to be able to do a little pop-up card. So that's project number 1. We're gonna move on to project number 2. Now I know that some of you aren't super keen on the Halloween stuff, but I just thought that this stamp set was so cute, and I just love the cauldron part of it. So if any of you are English teachers, or you have people in your family that are English teachers, it's kind of funny because it's got the double toil and trouble included with it. Be kind of fun for their Shakespeare unit. So you can see we've got the dies that cookie cutter out the stamp sets, and then we've got builder scene builder dies that are included with it as well. So we're gonna start with the basic black cardstock, and I'm bringing in some Versamark. I'm going to do some embossing. So here we've got our cauldron, and I'm going to ink that up with Versamark. So Versamark is our really sticky ink. It's designed for embossing. It's also a great tone-on-tone ink, so that when it dries, it actually looks like you've stamped it with the same color. Now this is just my clear embossing powder. I'm kind of lazy and I have it in a big container. But, and I've actually over the years sort of developed a little bit of glitter in there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, a little bit, which is kind of a happy accident. I love it in there. So now I'm going to use my heat tool, and we're just going to heat up the cauldron. What I wanted is not to have an obvious look to the line drawing. I wanted to have that subtle embossed edge. So that's where the clear embossing powder comes in. You can see as it embosses, it melts and it gets shiny. And so that's how we know the embossing is complete. Just like that. So there you can see is our embossed cauldron. Now, I've already gone ahead and die cut this out so you can see what that looks like. And I've also brought in this die, and I used the In Color glimmer paper, and then I added some foam adhesive sheets to the back and then cut it out so that it's already got the foam adhesive on the back of this. So then it just makes it a little bit easier to pop up. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this one looks like I left a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. It makes it easier to get the sticker backing off. So I'm going to hug it to the left-hand side and make it look like the goop is spilling out. Now I'm going to use a white background, and so this is going to be stuck there. But before I stick it down, I'm going to do some stamping. So here we've got some of the bubbles that are from the stamp set, and I'm using the Summer Splash, which is one of the In Colors. So we're going to make sure we have it the right way. We're going to just move this away and then stamp that kind of in the center. And then I will bring in my Wink of Stella brush, and we're going to go over top of the bubbles, and it's going to both blend the color, so you get a little bit of a green tinge to the bubbles, as well as it adds that platinum shimmer to it so that it looks nice and sparkly and kind of matches what we have going on here. So now we're going to add our cauldron. So we'll bring in the dimensionals. And another one here. Put one in the bottom. And then this is going to line up with the bubbles that we've stamped. So the other thing we can do to kind of give a little bit of a real life look is we're going to bring in a light gray granite, and just along the bottom we'll add a shadow to our cauldron, just like that. So it kind of looks like it's sitting in a shadowy area. Now the Toil and Trouble stamp, I really like the font on this one. We're going to stamp that here in the corner. And then we have a couple of little bubbles that we can work with. So we're going to add one bubble up here and one bubble down here. And once again, with our Wink of Stella, we'll color that in just to give a little bit of glimmer. It makes it look almost glassy, you know, the way the bubbles are. And then there's also this little kind of sparkle, so that you can add that around. It kind of matches what's happening here in the cauldron. Okay, let me go ahead and skip to the end and I'll show you what the finished card looks like. So here we have our double Toil and Trouble. You can see the shimmer in the background on the bubbles. And then when you open it up, I've just gone ahead and added the books with a little one of the ravens cut out and added to it. So just a fun little both Shakespeare card and Halloween card. Okay, the finale here, the PYP, is a Christmas card. So one of the fun things about the collections that have been released in our online exclusives is that there are some Christmas things, finally. So now's a good time to start thinking about your Christmas card making. This bundle is called Golden Greenery, and it has both some specialty designer series paper as well as specialty vellum that are included in this suite. I love that it's a two-step stamp, and you have the ability to cut out both the stamped images as well as some background images. So kind of our cookie cutter ones and then scene builder ones. So let me show you what we're gonna do here. I've done some of the heavy lifting already and done some die cutting. So let me bring those pieces in. So here you can see is a piece of that specialty designer series paper. There's that gold, and you can see this one is just the reverse of that. And what I wanted to show you is that when you have this specialty designer series paper, you can stamp on it as long as you use an ink like StazOn. So StazOn is our ink that stamps on everything, and it works really well when you've got that foil paper. Now, one of the things to pay attention to is photopolymer, and all rubber stamps don't love to have StazOn stick on it because it'll just stay there. That's kind of the name of the game. So I use my StazOn all-purpose cleaner, and then I quickly clean that off. And I have never had any issues with it having doing anything nefarious to my photopolymers. So that's a way to be able to clean it. So here you can see is that stamped image on that foil paper. Now we're going to bring in some of the two-step stamps. So I'm just going to bring those in, the branch. You can see there's a more solid and a more detailed. And the Mossy Meadow is the darker green in this collection. So using my scrap paper, I'm going to stamp the solid one first and then stamp that onto my basic white. And then I'm going to bring in the more detailed one, and this one we can stamp full strength. Just like that. So then you get that beautiful two-toned look. And then of course we have a die to cut that out. So let's go ahead and start assembling this card. So here you can see is my stamped image that's been cut out, and I have a 2 3/8 inch circle. And I also have the bow dies that I have pre-die cut. So we're just gonna use my pokey tool and poke those out, make sure we've got all the pieces out that need to be out. And we are going to line that up onto our circle. So this one's gonna go this way. This one will go this way. And then this one, we're going to actually pop up and use our dimensionals to do that, just to add a little bit more texture. Peel off the backings and stick that down. Great. So now we have these beautiful, where are they? I have embellishments, but where did I put them? This is always the problem that I have. I'll come back to that. Okay, so this is going to be stuck down here. And then we're going to be adding our Christmas. So once again, if you want to be able to add a flagged end to your designer series paper, what I would recommend doing is cut it to the length you want it, and then cut into the center, and then from the corners just match up, and then you have basically an even flag. Now this one here is going to have the Mary. I love it when they give us a variety of fonts within a collection. So this one stamps just onto our cherry cobbler, and we will trim that. And then this is going to go on like that. So I still don't see where I put my gems, which is embarrassing, but a common reality. But so let me just skip to the end and show you the finished project. So here are the gems that I'm talking about. So you can see I've added a little bit of twine in the background. Here is our focal image, and there you can see is our stamping on foil. So one more time, we have this beautiful Christmas card. We have our Halloween fun Shakespeare themed card, and we have our fancy fold. And if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Head to my online store and shop away. Again, remember in July that with every $60 that you order, you are going to get a free coupon of $6 to be able to shop with in August. And you can accumulate as many of those as you would like. I also send little nifty gifties in the mail to friends who place orders over $35. And if your order reaches $100, then you are also going to receive a set of embellishments to play with. Now, one more thing I'll point out is I do have some classes coming up. So make sure you watch my website and my Facebook page for those. I have one in July, one in August, and I do have a retiring product sale. This is a huge sale, and that is coming up at the end of July. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend and happy crafting. Bye for now.